Welcome everybody on Coaching Live. We're so excited here today, sitting and broadcasting for you from Spain because you're going to discover the trailer in this episode.
And not only the trailer, but also the title of this movie, which is not known till now.
Yeah, and it really fits the movie, you'll see. This is a very interactive episode. So feel free to go to coachingmovie.com/live, and there you will find a chat window and you'll be able to have a lot of fun interacting with us. And if you have any questions, we can answer them during this webcast. And also, if you want, you can post your comments on the trailer. So first of all, let's have a look what you will discover in this episode, and let's have a look at the preview of what you can expect. First of all, like we said, you're going to discover the final title of the coaching movie. It's not coaching, and also the trailer, a sneak preview. We're going to get coached by Kelvin Lim, the top coach from Asia. And you will be able to ask your questions to him as well. Then we're going to have a look at the film set, behind the scenes, where a lot of coaches will give you a lot of tips to grow your business. And we're going to invite Michael, who has been on a previous episode, to tell us the results from his coaching session.
And maybe first of all, before we jump into watching the trailer together, you are probably very excited, but before we do it, I would like to share you some insights about coaching. As you see here, this is my saxophone. And now I'm really happy having this saxophone and playing it. But it took me a while to discover how to really do it. For the first 3 months when I bought my saxophone, I could barely do any sound. And I thought that there's something wrong with my breathing, or it really didn't work. It really sucked. The way I was playing sucked, the way saxophone, everything sucked. And after 3 months, I asked my friends to come over and to show me how to play saxophone. And you know what he discovered and what kind of feedback he gave me? That actually I forgot to take off the cork from the behind the buttons. I can show you the small piece of the cork that I had all over my saxophone. And I forgot, I didn't know actually that I should to remove it. I thought that it was really fancy to have it. So the conclusion is that with coaching is the same experience, that sometimes you need a coach or mentor to share this feedback with you what is going wrong. Because if you continue like this, you're not going to succeed. Now, I'm really happy saxophonist, a beginner.
So probably all of you are very, very curious about the trailer of the coaching movie and also the final title. So let's have a look together.
Emmy Award-winning investigative reporter, and in less than an hour, I lost it all.
Glendale police arrested today's TMJ4 reporter Rob Coble.
Why would a 327-pound woman start a lingerie company when she knows nothing about lingerie? She's never worked in retail. She's only worked in law firms. She only knows how to be a lawyer. This is dumb.
I'm Chad James. I'm 43 years old and single. All the women I've met have had more issues in the magazine subscription. They weren't bad women, they just had a lot of issues. One major issue they have is I'm a 43-year-old virgin.
Why am I doing all the things which I do? Because a lot of the time I'm thinking, yes, I should step up on my leadership. But at the end of the day is, why am I doing that for?
You have no idea what you're up to. You're about to embark on a journey of your lifetime that will transform your business and life totally.
And we have chosen the best of the best coaches, mentors and experts to really support you on this journey.
Is it okay if I'm straight with you?
Yeah.
If you want your balls back from your mom, you need to take them back.
Let me go! I am no longer a victim. Never, ever again.
Asking someone to go for a beach walk doesn't mean you have to marry them.
Every time I think it's gonna get easier, it gets fucking worse.
I don't want to be the business person that always cries, but it's always about him.
So tell me this, what are you afraid of will happen if you let him go?
But so much thing in my past, all the journey come together in me, and it just go beyond words, and it's just a lot of imagery.
And you can't be a game changer without finding the true reason why you want to be a game changer.
Mr. Sulu!
It sounds like you did what most people do, and that is you chased after success thinking that was going to bring you happiness.
It's time to stop looking outside yourself for validation.
I'm willing to leave the crying behind to focus on my beautiful life.
Excellent.
We all have embarrassing things and we hide them.
What was the difference between the Rob back then and the Rob today? Awareness.
You have the job of recruiting and developing other leaders.
My job is to help you become the person you want to become.
Is there anybody who knows the answers for you?
No, only I know the answer.
Oh, great.
We'd love to hear from you what you think about it, so please let us know on the chat window on coachingmovie.com/live. There you will find the chat window. And if you like the trailer, then we'd love you to share it as well with your friends, with your connections. How? Well, tomorrow we're going to launch the trailer on the new website of Leap.
And let's inspire 1 million of life together.
Yes, exactly. So what we'd like you to ask you to do is tomorrow at noon EST, New York time zone, or at 9 a.m. Pacific time zone, or at 6 p.m. In Europe or the UK, if you could share the link to coachingmovie.com, and there will appear the totally new website and also the new trailer of Leap. If you have any comments, if you'd like to interact with us about the trailer, we're very curious for your thoughts. Leave your comments right now on the chat window. We'd love to hear from you. In meantime, let's have a look at the behind the scenes, how the Leap movie was made. So here we go.
It's nice to hear the new name.
Yeah, exactly. We must get used to it.
Yes, we have to get used to it.
I always want to say the coaching movie. Well, the website stays the same, coachingmovie.com, but the name of the movie is Leap. And we're very curious how you're going to take a leap of faith in your life, in your business. Maybe thanks to this program today. So let's go together on discovery what kind of tips you can apply to your life and business to be more successful from a few of the coaches that we've interviewed on the film set of the Leap movie.
We are going now to interview various coaches and ask them behind the scenes questions. So let's see what it gives.
Yeah, let's find out how the coaches can improve your life, and also maybe you would like to grow your business. We have world's leading coaches here on the film set of the coaching movie, and let's see what bright minds we can find on our way.
Yes, the first coach over there, I see Julie talking with somebody. Let's go to Julie right now.
Michael, Julie, can we? Oh, sorry to have. Almost somebody died on the film set. There goes our insurance.
We would like to speak with Julie for a moment, because you are an executive coach, and if you could give to our listeners some tips about how they could grow their business, what is important to be able to improve what you do.
In 30 seconds, if possible.
No pressure. I would say begin with yourself. So find out who you are as a coach. Study the philosophy or the principle that supports you to be that coach. And I think that's the most powerful investment you could make, is in yourself and your own training, and build from there.
Thank you very much, Julie. And we have also here Michael. And Michael, could you share with us an insight how people can improve their lives and be more happy, more successful?
Well, once again, I would take a training, first of all, and find out if that training meets their expectations. So if they want to go inside and do the inside work and become a better person.
Thank you very much. All right, let's see who else. Thank you very much, Julie. Thank you very much, Michael. I think, yes, indeed. Upstairs. Thomas enjoys the stairs, that's for sure.
And Thomas is our first coach, actually.
Yes,
He's coaching us how to be happy again, how to meet your day with a big smile. And he's part of the most important scenes in this movie. He always wants to be there. So he's faking that he wants to eat. And then he's part of the movie.
All right. It's quite a party here upstairs.
So let's go to somebody. Oh, we have here a very smiling person. Would you like to share something with our audience here? Some tips how to be happy and how to be more effective with your relationships.
Okay. I can do that.
Jamie is a relationship coach together with Marla in the film. So we're going to interview Marla in a moment.
Right.
So what works?
Well, I believe that you have to make peace with your feelings so that you don't let the feelings override what makes sense for your life. So to be happy, you have to do, so what we say, if you want happiness, that's fleeting. But if you want to build a foundation of joy, what you do is you develop peace where you're at, embrace your empowerment, right? And then you build that foundation of joy that you have your foot on, and you can see and feel and experience any feeling that might be hurting or traumatic or fearful, and you can have your foot on joy, and then that way you can deal with those other feelings appropriately and learn to ask to have your needs met powerfully.
Thank you very much, Jamie. Let's have a look if we find your spouse in just a moment. All right.
In the meantime, we have another coach. Marla. Oh, we have Marla.
We're coming to you, Marla, in just a moment. Let's first start with Tara Antler. Thank you for joining us for the coaching movie.
With one of our clients in the movie. And if you could tell more about your secrets, how to build relationships and how to grow your business as well.
Wow, a lot of things at the same time. Grow your business and relationships.
Two main topics. So, how you can create more relationships to grow your business then?
So more relationships to grow business. Is that the question?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it is a big question, right? I would say the most important thing is authenticity, being able to show up fully yourself, because people feel people read people. And I think if we can be really clear in who we are and we show up fully, people feel that. And I think the more open we are and the more authentic we are, people then start to get attracted to that. They want to be a part of the journey, and they want to be a part of whatever it is you're giving out. And I always say to any coaches that I'm helping out in terms of starting their business, people are drawn to people. Clients are drawn to people. And so whoever you are in your core, that's what they're going to be drawn to. It doesn't, you can learn all the techniques in the world. You can learn so many tools and so many methodologies, but at the end of the day, it's people to people that makes the difference. It's being able to connect on that compassionate level, that heart-based level. That's what makes the difference. That's what I've always seen anyways. And I find when you're in that space, you love what you do, you love coaching, the client feels that, and everything lifts, everything lights up. And then attracting clients, it's actually easy at that point because you're standing clearly in who you are.
What I love about you have an amazing smile. I think you noticed that in the meantime as well. And it's so natural on all the recordings. You have such a big smile. I love that.
Thank you so much. It's been such a joy being here. It really has.
And that's real authentic. Thank you very much, Tara. Thank you. Let's have a look who sits next to you.
It was a nice party.
Yes, indeed. And in the meantime, I'm looking here at the different comments on the trailer. So we have a lot of people following right now from South Bend, Valeria, from Kathy from California, Ray from, it doesn't write from Mary's, and lots of people around the world are loving the trailer, like Nesa, she's awesome from Colombia. Dana, if you missed the trailer, no problem. You can see the official release of the trailer tomorrow on the website, in the evening in Europe, in the morning in the US. If you'd like to see something different about the movie, let us know what. For example, Ray, I'm really curious. Let's start a discussion on the chat window or on the YouTube comments of the official trailer that will be released tomorrow.
And do we have any questions for us?
Let's have a look.
Here?
Yes, we have
there are some questions
from Tom. What makes coaching different from regular help from a good manager?
It's a really good question, especially that this is something that this is also part of the movie. What differentiates a good coach from a bad coach? And you will see different styles of coaching in the movie. Some of coaching styles are more controversial, some of them are more traditional, and we have also mentors in the movie and people who are not coaches. So this will be also revealed. And what is the difference between a good manager and a coach? First of all, a manager is working in the same environment as a person, so knows you from a different angle than a coach. So using my metaphor of saxophone, maybe I wouldn't receive the same feedback from Patryk about my saxophone, and I didn't.
Love your saxophone.
He loved my saxophone, and he even said that my play is okay, you know.
And
but
Thomas, our baby, loves it.
So he didn't know that I should remove this cork from my saxophone because he's from the same environment. He couldn't see me from the perspective, and coach can do that. And you know, if you are a manager, you can push your employees, you can force them to do something, you can motivate them, and they cannot say no. Coach has a completely different position.
Yeah. So let's switch to our next part of this coaching live show. We have been visiting Singapore to film there for the lead movie, and on the spot we have been coached by Asia's top coach Kelvin Lim. In a moment.
And we are also amazed about the coaching community in Singapore, because Kelvin Lim is a pioneer of coaching there. And people really ask a lot of coaching questions. They discuss around what is coaching about, and having a coach is still something new. So it was a great opportunity and honor to meet one of the greatest coaches and mentors there and be coached by him. We have a lot of new inspirations thanks to this session.
Mm-hmm. So let's have a look at the session, and during watching the session we have a question, the same question that Kelvin asked us and that we will be answering to him. You will see on the screen, and if you have some inspiration about that, you can post that on the chat window, coachingmovie.com/live. Go to the chat window there and post the answer to the question that you'll see in just a moment on your screen. And this is the question that Kelvin asked us and gave us quite a lot of inspiration how to answer it. Let's have a look together.
So which comes back to the question I was asking, what is your opus magnum? Mm-hmm. What is the work of art that you're going to create that only you can create? Because if you're telling me a TV channel with a lot of people, well,
there are many of those.
Many of those exist. Yeah. But it's like, you know, let's say, take an artist, Tommy Lee Jones. I mean, the guy's a legend. How did he get there? Did he behave like any other actor? No. I mean, look at who else? Look at Charlize Theron. I mean, she changes who she is, to try to figure out what really drives her, what really motivates her, and she's able to play all sorts of different roles without getting herself stuck in a stereotype. But the willingness to change, the willingness to alter, and they are, I mean, I'm using them as an example because they're kind of the most prominent people because their game is fame, right? So, and you could say that, you know, their works of art lies in their greatest acting in a particular movie that captures, you know, what defines them significantly. Like Hugh Jackman, right? So, because he was casted into Wolverine so many times, that one point of time, all the jobs were gone, and because he's just a superhero. So he managed to wrestle an opportunity to to host the Oscars. And he did this musical number where he became an opera singer. He sang about how horrible it was just to be Wolverine, and he said, "I'm not just Wolverine, I'm Hugh Jackman." And he created an announcement to the entire acting world on stage on the Oscars where they cannot edit him. And the directors and all the casters were like, okay. And then they started giving him different roles again. So, you know, he built himself into an icon, but yet it trapped him, and he was still young, he was early in his career. So even though you could say that, you know, some actors would retire simply from reaching that point of view, he went, you know, that's not it. You know, I have not sung my final song yet. I want to do something even more inspiring. Take a look at the artists. You know, the artists, they just kept writing, they just kept, you know, painting, they just kept creating art, they just kept defining not a picture but their style. And like Andy Warhol, you know, with the color prints thing, you know, everybody's duplicating that for anybody now because it has become iconic as a style. He left that behind for the world. And, you know, musicians, you know, they are working on their music pieces, and they're so, like Chopin, etc. They always have a piece called unfinished because they keep working on it. Einstein died trying to figure out, you know, the unified field theory, which today nobody's figured out yet. I mean, there are many approaches to it, but he died trying to figure it out. So it wasn't about whatever they achieve. I don't think Einstein, you know, began with, you know, I want to become the man of the century. And an actor may begin with, you know, I want to attain an Oscar, but, you know, Oscars are simply awards given to people who reach a certain level of prominence and artistry in a given area. Plus a bit is political too. So there's a bit of the game going on. So, and in businessmen, you know, business people, you know, we build organizations up, and the organization lives on with successes and does its work, redefines itself, evolves. So what do you want to leave behind?
What it will be great that this TV show is charging batteries of people, so that they are waiting every month to have new episodes, so they can charge their batteries and find new inspirations. So, what I envision is that people sometimes they have higher and lower energy, and it's difficult. People are stressed, busy with their lives, with their business, and all of that, and they are waiting to watch the next episodes because this is somehow inspiring.
Gives them new ideas.
Yeah.
New
and
things.
it's not exactly about the tools and strategies, but the way we are presenting it. And I think it's also important who we are in this show. And because if we do it from who we are, so that we also invite the right people to be part of the show that are matching our life, our energy, our vision and mission, and then people who are watching, they will be really expecting that. So let's maybe charge batteries. Yeah.
Yes. And at the same time, from my side, what will be important is that we test every single thing that is on the program.
Of course.
Because on other programs, usually you can get in by paying or by being known or by knowing people, having connections. Here, well, you can get in, but you don't know how you get out as an expert or a coach or a mentor, because we're going to test your skills or your approach. And I think that is interesting to watch because the audience can relate to that and find out themselves how it works. And you have these different websites where they compare like vacuum cleaners or tools. And well, this is the same, but for the coaching and mentoring industry that changes lives. How does one actually change lives? So yeah, that was the question that we had as well. And we're very curious for your answers and your inspiration. What do you want to leave behind? What is your opus magnum? Write it on the chat window on coachingmovie.com/live, and we're going to inspire you with a few of the answers that we received. Let's have a look at what happens now about the trailer.
Yes, I was reading different opinions and answers, and I would like to focus on one from Ray, because he wrote that there's too little focus on goals and too big focus on problems. And
in the trailer,
because this is about the trailer, and client comments out to zero in on what they've achieved as a result of coaching, thus giving viewers a sense of intrigue as to how the coaching to do that. And actually, this is a very important, because what Ray is saying here, because this was our trick. If we would say too much about goals and about the results of coaching, the movie wouldn't be so interesting to see, because everything would be already
answered in the trailer.
You will already have everything on your plate. So this is what we are trying to create here, a sense of curiosity, that we invite you to embark on this journey, to watch the movie, to be curious. We connected you with real people and with the real challenges. And now we can discover together what it will be about. And of course, what we also mentioned, that the movie is 80% completed. So
85 actually.
85%. So we don't know what will be the final results. We still don't know. We still don't know. And this is wonderful. We still don't know it. It's not a fiction movie. It's a real life.
And I think it's Valeria who wrote, we'd like to see successes of the clients in the trailer. Well, we don't have them yet because they're on a journey, or just for 4 months.
And what would be, what fun it would be to see the end of the movie already in a trailer, to see the successes. It's nice to have this inspiration. Okay, I would love to see the movie. I would like to see if this person is really going to do that or not. What is happening? He was frustrated, he was lost. Is he going to continue? Is he going to achieve his goal? If he's going to take a leap?
Yes, and with some of the clients, the successes haven't been completely achieved yet. They're on the way. But we're very curious for your input on the trailer, because this is just the first official trailer. We'll have a few more on the way before the movie comes out. So if you'd like to see something else, something different, or you have some ideas how we can improve on the way, let us know in the chat window or in the comments under the YouTube video that will go live tomorrow at noon EST, New York time, on the new website that is going to be available on coachingmovie.com, the official website of the Leap movie. Now let's have a look and continue with the coaching session with Kelvin. Kelvin Lim in Asia, Asia's top coach, and during that coaching session also he asked us, how can people relate to your business, to your opus magnum? And he gave a few interesting inspirations how you could answer that question.
Yeah, so in other words, how can you connect what you do with who you are?
When people relate to something, they have a reason to connect with it, and there's a reason why they go ahead with it. You know about the fan theory? The boy band theory?
No, I don't think so.
It was created by a guy called Kelvin.
So let's hear about it.
So, you know, the boy band is, normally when there's a boy band, you got 5 people, 4 people in the band. And I've never been a fan of boy bands. But I noticed something peculiar about the girls and the fans of the boy bands. They always go, I like this guy better than the other guys because it's simply a way of getting people to relate to something that matters to them, because in the offering that you have, something clicks with them. Not one thing, but say 12 things. I mean, if I pick 12 good-looking people, I'm sure you're going to find one that you prefer. Simple as that. So when you give the audience, or you give somebody a reason to relate to one of these people, you have a hook. They have a reason why they would listen to this group's music.
So I hope that this gave you some inspiration how you can create your Opus Magnum, and people are inspiring themselves on the chat window. So thank you very much for being part of this movement.
And the Opus Magnum that we are creating with the movie is also evoking a lot of discussions. So welcome to discuss further, and we will be very happy to see your comments, more questions, and everything that you post about the trailer is welcomed.
And maybe you remember on the previous episode we had Michael, who has been coached by one of our executive producers of the film, Sherry Carter Scott, and he, in the meantime, has achieved some results from it. First, let's have a quick 10-second glimpse of what was his challenge about.
All right, so what's your objective for tonight?
Well, my objective is to stand up and speak up. I've got a family intervention that's going to happen in the U.S. in a couple weeks, and I want to be present and in very respected. I want to be heard.
So yes, Michael, we have you here together with us on the line, and we are very curious, what were your discoveries from that coaching sessions? What were the things, the insights that you had? Please let us know.
In our session, I discovered that what I needed to do was prepare some ground rules for my brothers and sisters to send it in the appropriate amount of time with the location, the time, and when it should happen, and what our objectives were. I had sent them the ground rules by email and the invitation. So once I met them in our home in a private room, I told them that every idea is a good idea. And what I wanted to do is to facilitate and coach this process because it was an emotional charged situation regarding a family member that was in a rehab situation. So what I needed to have them do is take me seriously as a coach facilitator and to listen and to be supported by me to them. So there were steps that I had to take each of them through their process also.
So Kasia, I imagine if a family member has to go into a rehab facility, and as Michael, indeed, as you say, as family, you have to decide what to do with such a situation, and you're the coach. Then you know it's an interesting
challenge. Yeah.
It's a challenge.
It's a double role, like being a good manager and a coach at the same time.
So, Michael, tell us, with those discoveries that you had during that session, what were the results now, 1 month later, after you have implemented them? What have you achieved in the meantime?
Well, the interesting thing about coaching really works, and I felt that doing the pre-work with Dr. Cherie gave me the focus and the intentions to manifest what I really wanted to do. So I had done the work in the pre-work with her, so when I had set up the live facilitation intervention, things ironed out so beautifully and peacefully. There was harmony, and the feelings were not ignited with emotions. So I really got to have everything. And so the outcome exceeded my expectations. Before, with Dr. Cherie, I had anxiety and I was stressing out regarding the situation. After the coaching, it gave me a game plan and a strategy of what I needed to do. Now, it was on me, my onus was on me to move forward and to take action and to be accountable for myself. And once I did that, and the family members followed in step with my lead, the results were right there. So I'm very proud of the outcome of our intervention and the support I got from Dr. Cherie.
Thank you very much, Michael, for sharing this. And
Wow.
indeed, it's...
Congratulations, yeah. Especially, you know, he's Italian, so you can imagine big Italian family arguing about something. It's a lot of noise, a lot of moving hands and plates and everything.
And as you said, Michael, indeed, it's all about taking action. And we've seen that over and over again, and also ourselves, that sometimes we get a lot of insights and tips and ideas from a coaching or a mentoring session, but we don't take action on it, and then nothing happens. So that's why you need to take the leap, and we're going to use that word leap in different expressions from now on.
And it's a leap year, actually.
Yes, exactly. So we're planning to do something special on February 29. We're doing something special, but before that date, probably we'll have another episode of Coaching Live. On the next episode, you'll discover more of the behind the scenes of the making of the Leap movie. Also, probably we'll invite one of the clients to show more of their story. And also you can interact what you would like to see, and then just as we had an amazing interaction with you.
And we would like to have a successful story to show you some success in as an entrepreneur, also in business. So it's a secret. I'm not going to reveal it right now.
And maybe here is to leave you with one thought. What is your opus magnum? Dana said, for example, my opus magnum is to lead by example, and I'm in the process of making 2 of my big dreams come true. And I know, Dana, that one of them is sailing around the world for more than 1 year, and that's an amazing dream you're realizing right now. So a lot of luck with that. And we wish you a successful and fruitful opus magnum, that you might discover it and take
for
action.
Everybody.
And take the leap, and we're going to see you on the next episode.